Chicago said that he had to make very difficult decisions, and that the hard decisions were to close 50 schools in predominantly black and brown neighborhoods. I don't think those were hard decisions. I think the harder decision would be to go to your friends at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange or the Chicago Board of Trade and say, you know what, you guys need to dig a little deeper because we're having a problem here. Appeal to their better natures. That would be a hard decision because they're immediately going to say no. Cut their salaries, cut their pensions. They don't deserve to have a decent living. And this has been the narrative. We've had 30 solid years of teacher bashing, 30 solid years of telling us how our public schools are failing. And every single year, teachers jump through hoop after hoop after hoop after hoop. But why does this narrative work? It works because everybody's been to school. So we're all experts. Everybody's been to school. Everybody here has been to school. Some of you are still in school. And every one of you has had an experience with a teacher that wasn't good. Right?
Yes.
Of course you have. So you can just be easily preyed on because you had an experience. But you've also had experience with teachers who were amazing. Why do the amazing teachers never get to play in our own minds? Why is it easy for us to be distracted? Answer these questions. The process of teaching is not just giving you information. The process of teaching is about interrogating the context of our lives. I remember I switched schools, and I had a different demographic of students. And I started my class as I always do, and when they would ask me questions, I would ask them a question to get them where I wanted them to be. But they didn't understand that. They thought I was refusing to answer their questions. Well, why don't you just tell me the answer? Well, then I would know it, you wouldn't. It's about ownership. Knowledge is ownership. Knowledge isn't just, I'm going to soak up some facts. Is this going to be on the test? Because if it's not on the test, I don't have any room in my brain for that, right? So they complained to their biology teacher, who pulled me aside in a faculty meeting. She said, Mrs. Lewis, you know, the children tell me you're not answering their questions. So I looked at her and I said, does that make sense to you? And she said, well, no. And we had a discussion about it. And I said, okay, did you see what just happened? You asked me a question. You made a comment. And what did I do? I asked you a question to get you to the right answer. That, my dear, is the Socratic method. It's happening for thousands of years. This is how we train scholars. And so she looked at me and I said, by the way, how long have you been teaching? She said, 4 years. That's okay. I've been at this 18, 19. I've got 2 master's degrees. I'm nationally board certified. I think I got this. But I can learn from you. And you can learn from me. And that began the beginning of a relationship. I wasn't angry with her. I didn't treat her as if she didn't have the right to talk to me because she's just a 4-year teacher and I'm an 18-year teacher. This was the beginning of a journey of collaboration.